So the Penn Fairmont project has really made a substantial difference to the neighborhood. It kind of acts as a linchpin or a keystone, I would say, between the neighborhoods on both sides. You can see behind me there's actually a crosswalk on Penn Avenue, which is a first, and it actually brings pedestrians back and forth from both sides of the neighborhood to be involved in the Penn Fairmont project. I think what's really key about the project is its design involved 3 different neighborhood organizations that represent the diverse communities around the neighborhood. And the result of the project and the planning and the input from those groups and the constituents they represent had everything to do with the result of what's in the building today. So the upper floors are senior housing, about 60 units of senior housing, which are all fully occupied, mostly low-income African-American folks who were displaced basically from a project on top of the Garfield Heights. So they're now more connected to the main street, to bus lines, to activity along the street. On the lower levels there are businesses, including a coffee shop, which brings people not only from local neighborhoods, but from outside the city, particularly like their coffee and like to wait for businesses on the street like the yoga space and the glass lofts next door and things like that. And then there's a fitness space which is just newly opened, which is bringing residents from around the area as well. And then the Bloomfield-Garfield Health Center, which has been key to serving hundreds of residents, mainly in the Bloomfield-Garfield area. So it's a great mix. And as I said, this was completely intended through the funds from the Community Design Center of Pittsburgh. The plan started really with looking at how to bring all these neighborhoods together. So the result today is a perfect example of how design can play a part in building community.